Am I not live on the same Facebook? Because we have a never say die attitude. We continue relentlessly. You kill us and we continue. You kill us and we keep. If you kill 10, we come. You next time you see 20. You can never kill us fast enough as our mothers are giving birth to us in Biafra land. That's how God made it. What are you afraid of? All of you cowards, what are you afraid of? Who are you afraid of? Can you not be able for? Why are you afraid? Is somebody who is moving cattle from the Nachinama, and you want us to grow up or to raise our children with that mentality? Oh, we fought war. They have not seen war before. You fought a war and you failed in that very war. You are a failure. Because the same time you are fighting, John Garang was fighting in the bushes of South Sudan. Today they are free. They are free. So don't come to infuse your cowardice, your cowardly nature. Don't come to contaminate this very generation. We won't have it. Live in your fear and in your cowardice. You lost a war. We did not lose any. Your generation lost a war. You lost it, not us. We have learned from our mistakes, from the mistakes that you made, and we're not going to make the same mistake. Be rest assured. Can I assure you of that? All this nonsense, stupid idiocy has to come to an end. Nonsense. Every time you bring your cowardly nature and you want to contaminate us, you must be dreaming. Obama is telling you about keeping Nigeria one. You don't want to ask yourself, what is this wretched idiot from Kenya who got lucky in America? What business has he? He claims he's a Democrat. He believes in democracy. Democracy is the rule of the people, not by one idiot in the White House talking rubbish. And you want it. You are afraid to speak the truth, and you call yourself a man of God. You call yourself an elder. You go down on your knees and beg. Beg who, I ask you? Did the Fulani people beg? Did they beg anybody to become the president? I'm asking you. Did the Yorubas beg anybody to become the president? You people are disgracing us. You so-called elders, you are humiliating us. You are disgracing us. To hell with your presidency. Presidency will go. You come and you're stuttering all over the place. I want that very picture published. They said before, Mietala said before, oh, we move our cattle through the bush, through the forest, that's where we are. Oh, but all of a sudden, cattle can enter Gongoro and go back to the north, yes? That's what they're doing. Publish that very picture. And I said, Ebonyi will be inhospitable from Mietiala until they leave. I am telling Dave Omahi, you cannot give Ebonyi State to Fulani Janja with this. It cannot happen. Dave Omahi, can you see them now? They're not going back. They are now transporting cattle the same way we've been arguing. You can bring your cattle, transport them in trailer, come and bring them and sell them, take your money and you go back to the north, or you go to the township and you live in a Abakaliki township, you can live in Onisha, you can live in Aba, you can live in Omaha, you can live anywhere you want to live in. That's your business, but not in our bushes and not in our forests. They said it's impossible. Some of you should go and look at what IPOB has been able to accomplish in Ebonyi State. Something that has never happened anywhere else before. Is it stopping them from coming and killing us and abducting? All those abductions they have done, has it stopped us now from driving away Mietiala from parts of Ebonyi State? We know they can go and regroup and come back with their army to come and attack people, but we are waiting for them. Look at Ebonyi State. I said today for my Mietiala cannot take Ebonyi State. He thought I was joking. They cannot take it. All this looking like when like Oshomole talking rubbish. Nonsense. You've done nothing. I can say that we drove away Mietiala from Ebonyi State. And they will go. I'm telling you the truth, they will go. Their cattle stays there, the cattle will die, and they know it very well. They must go from Ebonyi State. It's not about hiring a few people, opening up a few shops, during our sit at home, you invite BBC. That agent of Satan. You people are just fooling yourselves. You don't know, do you know how hardened we are? Do you know how prepared we are? So you people think, you're just thinking maybe they just got up one morning and started to do agitation for Biafra. How foolish all of you are. What we are doing is divine. It is no Jupiter. And for this zoo, for them attempting this rubbish, I'm going to make sure there is a radio in Katsina. There will be Radio Biafra in Katsina. So when it's talking, Aisha Buhari and the children, when they go on holidays, they will be hearing it. There will be Radio Biafra in Katsina. For them to know how strong, how formidable. They think, you see, all these Efulefus that go to them, oh, we are begging you. Oh, please, now. We lost war. We are begging you. You're dealing with the wrong people. We are Biafrans. We are the children of the soil. We are all over the world. We don't depend on any of them for finance and for help. Chukwu Kikabiama is in control. All of that nonsense they are making you to feel good, to feel better, you are wasting your time. We are the ones you should be afraid of, and rightfully so. I am giving you only 6 weeks. There will be Radio Biafra in Katsina. I will take this very battle to your homes individually, all of you. There will be Radio Biafra in Katsina in 6 weeks from today. If there is no radio there, then you discount me as a human being. 6 weeks, there will be radio in Katsina. Radio Biafra will be in Katsina. Mad people everywhere. Janjaweed. You can play and toy with the minds of our father's generation because they lost a war, and because of that, they imbibed a mentality of cowardice. Hey, don't talk. You have not seen war before. Don't talk. So the people fighting war now for Israel, they were with Moses when they crossed the Red Sea. Yeah. They were with Moses when they crossed the Red Sea. Those who are fighting now, or they were the ones that fought with Moshe Dayan, that fought with Golda Meir and David Ben-Gurion in 1948. Isaac Shamir and Isaac Rabin. And so this present generation of Israeli soldiers, they were there in 1948. Do you see how foolish some people are? You want to infect us with your cowardice so we can all be cowards. Oh, don't do anything. Don't do anything. If not that we stood up against Fulani Janjaweedism in Ebonyi State, do you think that Mietiala would have called for Dangote trailer to pack their cattle and go back to the north? Do you think so? If all the time they were doing what they were doing with Dave Umahi, and we kept quiet saying, oh, leave the governor has spoken, by now Mietiala will be everywhere in Ebonyi State. But they cannot be. The order was given. I gave the order. They can never have peace in Ebonyi State until they leave. And they are leaving. It doesn't matter how many people they give money to, who are answering Abdul Aziz, who are answering Mazi Al-Hajja, Abdul Latif Udoji, such crappy, stupid names. It doesn't matter. Their own time will come. Their own time will come. They want to destroy the work of God. God in heaven will destroy all of them. Mietiala should better pack everybody and go. Go back, bring your cattle, go to Gariki or whatever, or Maza where they sell Nama. Go and sell your cattle and then you go back. Or you hire a house in the town and live. You see our forest and our bushes, you cannot stay there. We had some people say security in there must be a security outfit. We don't need one. We don't need any. We don't need any. We are everywhere. On the ground. In Biafra land, we are everywhere. Where we say there will be no Mietiala, there will be no Mietiala. Ebonyi State is number one. When we finish with Ebonyi, we go into Enugu until we drive them away from our farmlands and our forests. It's not something you put on a press statement. Let that picture teach all of them a lesson. That is how it's going to be everywhere. All of them, they are going to suffer. I said all of them, they are going to suffer. Mad people everywhere. Useless, idiotic people. They think we are joking. They think that, leave them is do that nonsense with the stupid idiot that looks like Oshomole. He can't do that nonsense with us. He wants to go and build more hotels. You can give him money to build more hotels, not us. We don't need your money. All we want is our freedom. That is all we're asking for, is our freedom. The time now is 19 minutes past 8 p.m. in the blessed land of Biafra. 19 minutes past 8 p.m. We are live and we are direct. analyses, views, and commentaries this very evening, morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. What we speak is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We don't indulge the damnable zoological republic because they have nothing to offer. Anybody who believes in Nigeria is a mad animal, is an animal, is not worthy of existence. Even this very traditional ruler, an 80-year-old traditional ruler, Joseph Ogunfunwa, in tears, completely regrets campaigning and voting for APC in 2015. A traditional leader in Ogun State, Joseph Ogunfunwa, has expressed his regret for campaigning for the dead Buhari in the 2015 general elections. He said this in Ogun State. He said that this present regime is a disappointment, not just for himself, but for the generality of Zoo people that they call Nigerians. He spoke at a public lecture held in Shagamu to mark his 80th birthday. In his words, "What I regret most in my life was the do or die campaign I did for Mr. President during the 2015 general elections. I was overconfident that among the self-proclaimed leaders hustling for the presidency at the time, you, Buhari, were the only person who appeared to me to be able and capable of saving our great country." I don't know when Nigeria became great. I have no idea. They are great. They have no electricity. They have no good roads. They have no schools. They have 4 refineries, but they import fuel. So when people say that Nigeria is great, please, 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 I beg of course, great in stealing, great in looting, great in mediocrity, and great in Fulani Janjaweedism. They talk about greatness as if there was a time that Nigeria was great. Great in what aspect? I'm asking you. You sell oil and gas from my blessed land of Biafra. That is the only thing that you have. When people say that Nigeria is great, I want to ask them how, when, where did Nigeria become great? He even said that some of my friends deserted me. Some thought I was crazy. Of course you're crazy. Anybody, if you're campaigning for Fulani Janjaweed, you must be very crazy. I keep asking you before, if on a Muslim if a road is good, at least you take it twice. I'm asking you, what is it that the Fulanis have contributed to the national advancement of Nigeria before? Just tell me in the past. Just name one thing they have done. Are they poets? Have they written any book of note? Are they artists? Are they sculptors? Are they painters? Can you tell me one thing they have done? If not move cattle from place to place, pillage, rape, and loot. What else have they done? Nothing. But when they come out, you vote for them. That's how foolish you are. Foolishness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And I'm asking you, all of you that believe that a Fulani man can save you, I'm asking you to go back in history. Tell me one thing that they have done that has benefited the whole country. Absolutely none. Nothing whatsoever. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you all you need to know. But out of foolishness and idiocy and stupidity, and of course what I call the Obama factor, keeping Nigeria one. So if keeping Nigeria one means anybody can wear a mask one ear and be all over the place, then so be it. So be it. So be it. So all I want to know is I want to ask, are you telling me that this person with his ear that is rubber bending all the time when he's wearing a mask, is that a human being? Nobody can answer that. Facebook cannot answer. Nobody can answer this very simple question. I want to ask again, all of you in the zoo, all of you Nigerians, all of you that claim that you went to school, you're graduates, you're learned, you're educated, let me ask you once again, have you seen the ear of the idiot, the little boy you call your president? Is that a normal behavior of an ear when they are wearing a mask? If that is normal, why come Jonathan's ear itself has not gone up the way this boy's ear has done? Kanda, you know Kanda very well. Some of you eat Kanda. Go and look at the ear. I keep asking, why can't people ask simple questions? Why is it that people who claim they're educated, that they went to school, they cannot ask a simple question? Why is the ear of the president bending? Why is it that the president had a hole in the neck when he was in Cuba? Nobody can explain. Nobody can answer that. Nobody's even asking the question to start with, apart from us. We in IPOB on this very platform. That is why they said we are a security threat to the zoological republic. And I want people, all our coordinators all over the world, to make sure that this very news coverage today forms part of the understanding of their host country, of our predicament and our situation. So let nobody come back and say that we are not imperiled in the zoological republic. We want the world to know how formidable we are and how frightened the zoo is of this very noble family, IPOB. That is something that the people must understand. Now, this very man have gone and said that this is my message to politicians, presidents, governors, lawmakers, senators, Christians, Muslims, traditional rulers, and others. Everybody in the zoo is in a complete mess. Complete and utter mess. They know what to do and they have refused to do it. That is what makes them. Black people, I want to write about it. Facebook will start complaining. They'll start, looking for posts to ban, who to delete. And to make matters worse, they brought an oversized barrel, something they constructed somewhere in Abonema. They loaded a few empty containers on it and they moved it to Onitsha. And they said that Onitsha River Port has now opened. And because the zoo, people don't think. When they asked me what I wanted, I added this river port as one of the things that I would like to see reopened many years ago. So now they think that they can get to our people, they can get you to become a one Nigerian by this stunt. The stunt is that they moved a badge, which is a drum that somebody welded together, put empty containers on top of it, and they took a picture to deceive the idiotic and the gullible, to tell you that Onitsha River Port has now opened. That is what they do. And they are very foolish. And I want this picture published on my page, please. If you look further down, you will see the same second Niger bridge that are telling you that they have completed. This picture was taken about 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? You will see the same second Niger bridge. They've been telling you since that they have completed. They are taking pictures and telling you, oh, how well that they have done. You will see that nothing is going on. You can see it. That the river is quite open. You can see the old Niger bridge. You can see the one that is under construction. The work hasn't even been complete. It hasn't even gone 40%. You can see it there. But they're building a railway line to Niger Republic. Whereas the oil that, my goodness, the oil that made Dangote a billionaire, the oil and gas that is sustaining the zoo, the only thing that they have is coming from this land. To build a common bridge is a problem. But they are building a railway line to Niger Republic. That tells you all you need to know. So for all the idiots talking about one Nigeria, how things can be better, can you see what I'm saying? Can all of you see what we are saying? Can you see the depth or the level of idiocy of some human beings? Look at the second Niger bridge, they cannot complete it, but they have money, they have found money to go and build a railway line to Niger Republic. What does that tell you about their priorities? And for the idiots who found it within themselves to rise up against this noble family of IPOB that everybody, that the forces of darkness that Lucifer is afraid of. Everybody is afraid of IPOB, and why won't you be? We are exceptional and we are highly formidable. The same oil and gas they are taking from our land, they have gold in the north. But in the north, they are mining their own gold. The state government is importing equipment to process their gold. And you have idiots in Biafra land. In Biafra land, all they can think of is, oh, IPOB is our problem. What Nnamdi Kanu is doing. But in the north, they have a natural resource. They have gold and they have diamond. Today, they have gone and imported machinery to start processing their gold. It belongs to them. But the oil and gas in our land belongs to everybody. Now, who is foolish? You or these people who are controlling you? Look at the stunt. This is how foolish they have made our people become. They took, I'm not even sure that this thing, maybe it's just Photoshop, they just added something to it. Say, oh, Niger River Port has opened. People say, oh, hallelujah, God has done it. People are so foolish, so gullible, so dumb, so foolish. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The north is mining gas, there is oil in Ebonyi, there is coal and oil in Enugu. Anambra has oil, the Orient oil fields, we know that very well. In Imo State, everywhere is awash with oil, all the way from Uguta to Ohanji, the largest gas field in the whole of Africa. That is where Dangote wants to site his factory there. I want people to understand, all you idiots who out of stupidity, maybe lack of education and idiocy, think that it's all about oil. I'm just filling it out for you. The largest gas reserve you have is in Ohaji Ebema. For your information, Abia State has oil. I'm sure that some of you understand that very, very clearly. There is nowhere in our land. Delta State has oil. River State, even Uroha, the same place, Zemikure land, it has oil. Everywhere is oil and gas. Yet we cannot reason. Somebody will come and say, hey, you come here. You pig, come. Can you see this pipeline? Can you take care of it for me? He will say, oh, correct, sir. Rankadede, sir. Rankadede. Alhamdulillah, whatever rubbish the idiot says. And he will become a pipeline guide. And that's it. And his life is over. We are saying that such things are wrong. We are saying that we cannot continue that way. We are saying that we must address these issues head on. The only way to resolve it is freedom. Freedom for everybody. Fulani mediocrity cannot continue. Fulani idiocy can no longer suffice. Fulani backwardness can no longer obtain. People must do something about it, and that's exactly what we are doing. If you have common sense, you ought to join us. Zamfara, they bought machines, equipment worth $3 billion. Who gave Zamfara state government $3 billion? Who gave them this money? The money they are making from illegal mining. Nobody's arresting them. Nobody's shutting them down. The army is not going there burning down villages, of course not. Some of you fail to understand the game plan of these people. Because we are revealing their game plan, that is the reason why they want to shut down Radio Biafra. Because they know through what we are preaching, people are now beginning to acquire some measure of common sense. Why would Zamfara be processing their natural resource which is in the ground, and people from Biafra land cannot do the same with the oil and gas, coal that God gave to us? Oil, gas, coal, iron ore. We have everything. Why can't we do it? Why must the government take over? These are the questions that we are asking, and people are not and will not be able to answer it. Because Nigeria is a place full of hypocrisy. It's a place where people are filled with double speak. They say one thing in the morning, they say another thing in the afternoon, they say another thing in the evening. Nobody quite knows if they're coming or if they're going. Nobody understands the mess that they're in until they listen to Radio Biafra, until they listen to this very platform. They now come to the realization that they've been lied to all along. I want to let you understand all the news about SARS. How many things have you heard about SARS? The same SARS that I tweeted, they've been scrapping SARS for the past 4 years. Every month they scrap it. Every month they kill an innocent soul and they scrap it. And every month SARS grows from strength to strength, or should I say from infamy to infamy, from skullduggery to skullduggery, unbelievably so. Because you have a set of people who have this sense that Fulani can do anything and get away with it. Nobody can hold Fulani responsible. They're in the army, they're in the police, they control everything, they're in the government, in Asorok, they're everywhere. That is the reason why people fail to rise up to challenge them and to say that Fulani, what you're doing is very, very wrong. Now, why we can't scrap SARS? This was the same police that only 2 days ago, only yesterday, was telling you we've scrapped them, we don't want them on the road. All of a sudden, to this very day, this very 7th, there is a news breaking why we cannot scrap SARS. Can you believe such nonsense? From the same police force, from the same police headquarters. They cannot scrap it because it is a Fulani agenda to reduce the population of young men and women in the South. It is simple common sense. You have some people from the same South telling you that they want to become one Nigeria. We want to be one Nigeria. This is our great country. And I'm asking them, if you can name one episode in history when Nigeria was adjudged to be great from something that they have done, produced, accomplished, then all well and good. Just tell me when. None. Their history is empty. It is replete with failure, mediocrity, looting and stealing of public funds. That is all they have done. What else have they done? That is why the one morning they're telling you, oh, we are scrapping SARS. The next morning, the same SARS is still there. Why we cannot scrap it? IG have written a press release signed by the IG of police. Ahmed is his name. He signed it to please some of you, to make you think, or maybe should I say to assuage some of your feelings, to get you to stop rioting, to get you to stop coming out to demonstrate or seeking for justice for those who were illegally murdered by this same SARS. They said it yesterday and 2 days ago. Oh, the SARS is going to be scrapped. Everybody will end SARS now. End SARS now. 7th of October 2020. Why we cannot scrap it? The same thing. And that was why I tweeted what I did almost 2 days ago. I said it. For 4 years, they've been banning SARS. But they've been growing from strength to strength. I'll read this news for you. The force Public Relations Officer of the Zoo Police Force, Zoo is Nigeria, Mr. Frank Mba, a Deputy Commissioner of Police, has said that the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, a special arm of the force, cannot be scrapped because of the ongoing fight against crimes in the country. From force headquarters, the same office as the IG of police, the same. So that means IG did not consult Mba did not consult IG, or maybe Asorok have phoned them, maybe Garba Shehu or the masked idiot, or maybe Aisha saying, what nonsense are you talking about? SARS must be there. They need SARS to reduce the population of young people in the South, and they will pay a very heavy price for it. They know who we are. they are going to pay a very heavy price, I assure you. We are waiting for them to kill one more soul, and then they will see. They will see. I say it live on air that the whole world may hear. We can't, it's called self-defense. You can't allow these people to come from the north and keep slaughtering people. Keep selling things. SARS now targets people in Biafra land based on their looks. They see a healthy young man, maybe who goes to the gym, who works out. They now start calculating how much they're going to get for his liver, how much they're going to get for his kidney. That's all they're calculating. They see the person, they kill the person, they open the stomach, and they harvest all the organs and they sell it. That's what they do. And you're telling me to believe in one Nigeria? Do you think we are foolish? You think we don't know what is happening in SARS in Okozo, in Anambra State? Of course we know what is going on there. The same force that people were lamenting. That is one thing about black people. They never follow anything to its logical conclusion. They always stop halfway. They campaign, they tweet, they do, and they stop. They don't know that agitation is continuous. It is relentless. It is relentless. I remind people once again, 2 incidents that happened in the United Kingdom. One is the Hillsborough disaster. I am a Liverpool fan. The Hillsborough disaster. Sheffield Wednesday, Liverpool. That was in the year, that was in 1989 or 1990 it was. Hillsborough. Liverpool, the families of the victims kept campaigning. They campaigned and campaigned. Governments came and went. They campaigned and they kept campaigning. Again, it took nearly 28 years before the British government recognized that something went wrong at Hillsborough and agreed to have a public inquiry. They campaigned for 28 years. How about the massacre of the Irish? You know, what was it called again? The Easter Day massacre. Easter Day massacre it was, if you remember. They kept campaigning. People of Ulster, they kept campaigning for many decades until they got the result, until they got a public inquiry. Our people were shot dead at 10 minutes. People talked about public inquiry. Where are they today? Look at all the groups that talked about public inquiry. Look at all of them. Have they not gone silent? That is the thing about black people and white people. When white people campaign for something they believe in, they never stop until they get the desired result. That is the difference between white Europeans and poor, impoverished black Africans. And if you look at the lives of both sets of people, you will see a marked difference. Others are having fun. The other ones are in perpetual misery and pain. I'm asking you, how many of you have been able to sustain any campaign? For only 24 hours, you campaigned and you tweeted and you wrote and people said, oh, end SARS now, end SARS now, end SARS now. And the next day, after the IG of police must have said, we are ending SARS, they can no longer patrol, they cannot do this, the force public relations officer, another ifule, another idiot, Frank Mba, has come up to say you cannot stop SARS. SARS must continue killing. They must continue killing. Everything is a joke. Everything. I think they even brought in an entertainer. I think he's a musician. They started talking about him, talking with the police. Everything is a joke in the zoo. Everything is comedy. That is why the people that receive the highest amount of reactions and comments are comedians. Everything is a comedy. Everything is a bloody joke. Only that this time around it's not a joke because people are dying. People are dying on a daily basis by these same people. All of a sudden, SARS is ending, and again, SARS is no longer ending. That is the zoo for you. That is all that you need to know about these people. There is no consistency. And the boy who was responsible for filming the dastardly deed of these people in Ugeli, where they went and shot somebody, the person who videoed them or captured it on video was arrested. The same Festus Keyamo, who only days ago said nothing like that happened, is now asking police to release the person who shot the video. I have never seen such collection of idiotic people ever on the face of this planet Earth. That is why the Fulanis understand they can get away with murder, because they know that people are very, very foolish. They can do whatever they like. Fulani also understands, to be quite frank with you, if not for IPOB, Fulani Janjaweedism, the advancement of Miyetti Allah with their 6 terrorist groups would have overrun everybody by now, if not for the work that IPOB is doing through this very relentless broadcast on Radio Biafra. If you want us, as I was telling somebody earlier today, I was very, very upset. I said maybe we should allow our people, we should allow Fulani to take over some parts of our land. Maybe it will wake them up. But then I realized that, having seen what happened in, in Ozo 1, what the Fulani Janjaweed did to our people, it never moved them. Anasa is still there. It never moved them. In fact, instead, if you go to Night Mile, you will see Fulani settlements in the bushes. You will see that if you're coming from Onitsha, if you take the express road, if you're coming from, if you can brace that very road, you're coming from Onitsha, entering inside Enugu, you look on the right-hand side, you can, in Night Mile, you will see the settlements there. You can, in the forest, in the bush, after killing us. After slaughtering our people, somebody will see all of these things, and the worst part of it is that they will pretend they have not seen it. That is what is driving me mad. They hear somebody heard about Ozo 1. Please, that idiotic hotel builder. You people should go and look for the headlines relating to what the Fulanis are doing in our land and tag him on the post so the idiot can see it. He said, no, Fulanis are not killing anybody. They have not done anything wrong, because they are the ones controlling him. They are his masters. Look at how they have treated our people because of the love of money. The love of money, they penetrate our people, they go into Ohanese, they go into our governors, they go into people who claim they're fighting for their people, and they bribe them, they mess up their brain. When they see evil, they cannot speak it anymore. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed, and that is what we are here to counter. The police arrested the man who recorded where the SARS were brutally murdering people, killing people, slaughtering people in broad daylight. And they have done their campaign for only 2 days. And everyone has given up. Once IG of police said, SARS will be confined. We don't want them on the road anymore. We don't want them on checkpoints. They slackened. That is the thing about black people. What is wrong with you people? Why can't you people stand on the side of justice and say that justice must be seen to be done? Why don't you insist until something happens? Why don't you insist until SARS collapses? Why don't you go after SARS until they stop what they are doing? You can't do it. You have written for 2 or 3 days. And after everything is over. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. And I feel sorry for you people. You animals in the zoological republic. That's why I call them animals, and some of them are not happy. That is why some of them take it upon themselves to be as idiotic as they have become. But one thing is certain, the truth that we preach is eternal. Nothing, and I repeat, absolutely nothing is going to stop it. The man who recorded the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS operatives, living and injured, he said living and injured citizens, they shot the guy in the head. They killed him. His name is Nicholas Makolomi. He was arrested in Ugeli. He was arrested. And the people will just keep quiet. That is how, that is the level of fear that the Fulanis have put in you people. That you are scared. Nobody can speak the truth. If you want to speak, your mom or your dad will tell you, oh, don't say it, oh, don't say it, oh, you'll be arrested, oh, don't say it, oh. Everybody has now turned into a coward. If not for the work that IPOB is doing, if not for the work that Radio Biafra is doing, if not for the work that we have continued to do to defy every odd, by now, we would all have been cowards. And Fulani would have been ruling Ebonyi State by now. But instead, they are putting their cattle in their Dangote trailer and taking them back to the north. That's what we said we are going to do, and we have done it. And some idiot will come and, oh, but what are they doing? We want to see what IPOB is doing. Please show them that picture. That is what we did. No other person did it, we did. The idiots who are taking money from the zoo and talking rubbish every blessed day, they should go and see it. That is something that IPOB did. We promised and we delivered in Ebonyi that Fulani Janjaweed cannot take over Ebonyi State. Miyetti cannot take Ebonyi State. It is impossible. We have now driven them from there. And they're going back. That is how strong we are. And with nothing. They have their 100 billion, we have nothing. Remember? Remember the 100 billion that was given to them by your so-called presidency? They have it, but we have nothing. Yet, we have won. And what is their Senate doing? You are in a so-called republic. You have people you claim are your senators and your lawmakers. What are they doing about the killings going on? Killings of ordinary citizens that did nothing wrong. Senate to probe extrajudicial killings. How many times have they probed something in the past? I want somebody to please remind the whole world of an incident where Nigerian Senate or House of Reps who probed anything and published their findings. Please go and show me. This is anytime they see people campaigning for something or agitating seriously for something, they tell you that, oh, the Senate will set up a judicial panel. They will set up a panel to probe, to look into that very matter, and nothing happens. Year in, year out. I am challenging all of them. Those of them in the Senate who are now claiming that they are going to probe the extrajudicial killings by SARS, which is against the law. Extrajudicial killings means they committed murder. They committed murder. Why are you going to probe them? All the probes you have done in the past of everything, of all these type of killings, of army brutality, police brutality, where are the results? Show me. Even their Senate, even their lawmakers, none of them is consistent. The ordinary citizens are hopeless, fearful, cowardly, and inconsistent. The same thing with the senators as well. How many times have they investigated anything before in the past and published it? I challenge anybody to please go online, go anywhere, go to any library and publish one single report of a public inquiry held by the Senate before. Now they have come. SARS are killing people. Instead of them to come out and say, SARS, you're killing people, a motion will be passed and you'll be shut down. No, they said they're going to investigate. Why? Because Fulani people in that very chamber is more than anybody else. That is why. That is the reason why. I know that some of them are very dumb. Some of them don't realize what they have done. But that is the fact of life. There was something that I saw earlier today. Something that I saw about an emir, the appointment of an emir, Fulani emir, they said in Kaduna. El Rufai, the midget, made it very, very clear. Nasser El Rufai said the Fulani emir, which is to show you that no Hausa person can be a part of it. I don't know if I want it actually published on my page. That is what they do. They have frightened each and every one of you. They have shaken you to the bone marrow. That you are now fearful. You are now frightened. Even senators can no longer legislate to save the lives of the people. You are in a full-blown feudal, Fulani, backward, Janjaweed enclave. That is what is happening to all of you. This is the effects of Fulani Janjaweedism on every facet of life. That even senators cannot sit down to take a decision to save the lives of ordinary people because the aim and the mission of the Fulani Janjaweed rulers in Asorok is to kill as many young people as possible in the south. I asked a question on Sunday. I said, can you show me an incident of SARS killing anybody in the north? Nobody can provide a proof. Whereas Asarok is a Fulani North, Senate is Fulani North, House of Reps Fulani North. They are everywhere. Since they are not killing their own people in the north, they have no incentive to legislate to stop the killing by SARS of innocent young people in the south. Some of you need to open your brains. You cannot see it, but we can. And that is why we are preaching it the way we are doing this very day. They are going to probe, Senate to probe SARS. They have been probing for very many years, since 2015. Look at all the probes they have conducted. Look at all the inquiries they have told you that they have conducted. Has any of them resulted in anything positive? Did they even publish their findings? The answer is no. That tells you all you need to know. That tells you how terrible Nigeria is as a country. That tells you how horrible people who claim they are your leaders are. And that tells you finally that there is a grand plan by the Fulani to use every means possible. Miyetiala is in the forest killing you with their 6 terrorist groups. The SARS is there making sure that young people are eliminated. The army is there making sure that villages are sacked and burnt. All of you cannot see it. You cannot see what is happening. And I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. That is why you're black. And when I say people get upset, I'm telling you, that is why you are a black person. The difference between a black person and a white person is because a white person, they use their brain. They can reason very well. And they act upon reason. Black people don't do that. What hope do you have? The people instructing SARS to go and kill are Fulani people who are in charge of your lives. Because until somebody gets killed in the north, you can never hear them come out and say, from today we have scrapped SARS. No. They cannot do it. Because they're doing a very good job for them. They are killing innocent people in the south. And all some of you from the south, I feel sorry for you. Those of you who rise against our agitation, those of you who come up to criticize or to try to say something very foolish about what we are doing. You want to attract patronage from the Fulani Janjaweed Asorok. You want them to notice you. You heard that they are sharing money, and because of that, you can say whatever rubbish that you like, so that this money can come to you, but you have failed. The Senate President Ahmed Lawan said banning federal SARS squad is not the solution. The Senate said no, they will not ban it. And that was why, imagine Senate is now overruling the IG. I told you, phone calls must have gone from one stupid office to the other. They have now called them. A whole Senate president, who is of course from the north, is saying that banning SARS is not the solution to the extrajudicial killing. So what is going to stop it? Tell me anywhere in the world where a special police squad will be out to kill innocent young people from a section of that very country. Tell me where such rubbish has happened before. Only in the Zoological Republic. That is why I say to them that black people have no brain, they have no mind of their own, they cannot discern, they cannot reason, they cannot articulate their way out of any mess they find themselves in. Tell me why on this earth a whole Senate president will say that a murderous squad have they reduced crime in the country? The answer is no. Have they in any way done anything to dent the high levels of insecurity? The answer is no. All they specialize in is killing people, snatching mobile phones, stealing cars from people in broad daylight, claiming that they're the police. That's what they do. Instead of the Senate to rise up and make a law saying you cannot do this, they say no, you cannot ban them. Instead, fish out the bad elements and try them. How many times have you heard that there is a trial, a proper trial, against any of these perpetrators of these heinous crimes? The answer is no, you don't hear about them. You read about them in the newspapers, and that's the end of it. Remember what happened in Abbey, where an army officer shot dead somebody in broad daylight. They said, oh, he's now going to be court-martialed. But instead, he was transferred to the north, and he's still in the army receiving salary. That is what they do. People don't know they are in a cage. People don't know their lives have been messed up until it affects them. Until SARS kills your relative. Until that happens, you will not take what they are doing seriously. That is one thing about the brain of a black person that I find irritating. Must you wait for something to happen to you before you rise up and campaign for the society to do what is right? As I keep saying, that is the difference between white and black people. Very, very sad indeed. But as we are saying, we are there. SARS, come and kill now. Come and kill in Biafra land. You will see what will happen to you. Come and kill. The highest thing you can do is you can abduct. You can detain. You can hand over to police. And we go to court. Let the court decide if the people that you are holding are guilty of the crimes that you're charging them with or not. Or else, any day SARS kills anybody anywhere, we'll set an example with the SARS of that very area that they may know how serious we are. If you're in doubt, you ask them in Enugu and they will tell you. If you're in doubt. Because we have done nothing wrong. The people you are killing have done nothing wrong. You cannot see a young boy, a healthy boy. All you're thinking about is how much you're going to make from his liver, how much you're going to make from his kidney, how much you're going to make from his spleen, how much you're going to make from his pancreas. That's all they're thinking of. A policeman looking at somebody, all he's thinking of is money, money. How much can I make by selling his parts and his organs to Indian doctors? That's all he's thinking of. What sort of predatory society is that? I ask. What sort of society is that? Very, very sad indeed. These are the things that we're trying to highlight, that Facebook in their infinite wickedness and evil don't want the world to recognize. They said that their Senate will probe. Senate will probe. How many times have we heard of that nonsense? And coming to the raging issue of restructuring and no restructuring, I want to place it on record that people can yap and talk all they like. We are not interested in Igbo presidency. We are not interested in a Biafran presidency. We are not interested in an Azon presidency. We are not interested in any restructuring of any kind. We are not interested in any restructuring. People can go and restructure their families. That is their business. What we want is freedom. Let the people decide in a referendum. The time has come for the people to decide, because power resides with the people and not with the idiots in Asorok or the Janjaweed Brigade intent on conquering and taking over everybody. Our people are being arrested as usual, and we have informed the world as always. Our media people are being arrested in Akwa Ibom State, and if you're holding them, I advise you peacefully to please let them go. They've done nothing wrong, or you take them to court and let the court decide. You are wasting your time. You're not going to stop us. The more you arrest us, the more of us will come forward. The more you kill us, the more our mothers will give birth to. We are not going away until Biafra is restored. Anybody thinking that one day IPOB will cease to exist, or that one day we stop agitating or stop speaking forcefully as a group of people to demand to control their destiny, then you are mistaken. We are not going to stop. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. That is why to us, I don't know how you see Biafra, I don't know how you see IPOB, but to us, Biafra is our religion. Here on radio, Biafra is where we worship, because Elohim Chukwukika Biama Purumihyanina is our God. We are never, ever, ever going to stop until Biafra is restored. And as I told you, please keep your fingers crossed. Very soon, the world will talk about us. That I can assure you. With all the love in my heart from me, from here, it is good evening.